Okay, so we're gonna start off with number one. So somebody tell me from a Monday and Tuesday, what's something that you noticed about fractions? We talked about proper and improper fractions. Go, what you tell me something you remember.
Some fractions have like different like denominators like on the bottom they have different
Denominators, yeah. What else though you noticed about the fractions we looked at on Monday and Tuesday? Anybody notice anything about if the fraction was less than one, if it was more than one? Anything they noticed about that part? Okay, come on.
if some was bigger over one, it would have been a mixed number in the leftover would have been one of those denominators on top of the denominator.
Okay, well you said it right. Okay, you're right. If the number was bigger than one, then it was a mixed number or an improper fraction. If it was smaller than one, that means it's a proper fraction, which means the top number is smaller than the bottom number. Them terms real important, everybody, okay? So let's look at number one. I'm gonna give you a couple of steps, and y'all need to write that down. You can write everything on here, that's fine. Now, if you want to write certain things down that I say in your notebook, that's fine too. However you want to do it, it doesn't matter. Okay? First thing when you find a fraction, these are your rules. Number one, you're going to check to see if the denominators, I'm going to abbreviate, are the same. That's number one. And these rules will stay on this board. So if you don't want to write down, it's fine, because they will stay on this board for a while. So that's number one. Number two, if not, then you have to find a least common denominator, LCD. That you got to find it, okay? And I'm going to talk to y'all how to find that. And then three, I'm going to say do your multiples. And we'll talk about what multiples are in a minute. So these are really the main steps, okay? And you can add more rules onto it as we go over examples. You can add as many rules to it as you need to. But those are kind of those starting rules when you finding when you adding or subtracting fraction. These rules only apply to adding or subtracting fractions. Okay. So let's look at number one together. Number one, we got this fraction 3/4 plus 2/5. That's my first fraction, okay? So I'm going to do about 3 with y'all, okay? So the first rule says check to see if the denominators are the same. So are the denominators the same? No. Now it's a special rule with this one. So this is a bonus rule. This is a bonus rule. If there is a one number difference in the denominators, then multiply them to find the LCD. Somebody tell me what that means, what I just wrote right there. I said if there is a one number difference in the denominator, then multiply them to find the LCD. Somebody tell me what that means. Anybody understand what I mean when I say that? Think about it. Someone take a guess. What y'all think that means? Tell me part of what it means. If there is a one number difference in the denominator, then multiply them to find the LCD. Somebody tell me something about what it means. What am I say do? Come on, start me off.
Find a LCD.
Mm-mm. What is this last little key little note? I said, if there's a one number difference in the denominator, then multiply them to find the LCD. What does that mean?
This is multiplying the this is just multiplying
The denominator?
or you multiplying both of the answers together like side to side.
Come on. Yes,
Oh yeah, you said you got to multiply the different denominator, like not quite right.
Come on. What you think?
You gotta find the lower denominator.
Oh,
Okay, come on. What you think?
not a numerator,
Because I ain't even talking about numerator, I'm just talking about the denominator, right? So let me, no, listen. It says if there's a one number difference, y'all, anytime you have one number difference means subtract. So that means if I look at my two denominators, I got 4 and 5. If I subtract 5 by 4 or 4 from 5, what is that?
1.
The one number difference. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh.
If you subtract these two numbers, denominators, it's a one number difference. If you find it's a one number difference, then you do what to the two denominators? What did I say do?
Find the L.
No, what did I say do?
Multiply.
Multiplying. So on this one, I don't have to do anything special because it's just a one number difference. So what's 4 times 5? 20. 20. So at the bottom of that, right, 20. 20 is your new denominator. And it's really not a new denominator because remember we saw Monday and Tuesday. That fractions can be represented a lot of ways. We saw that 1/2 was the same as 4/8, 6/12, 5/10, 2/4. We saw all of them was the same one. They just was wrote different. Same thing. This fraction and this fraction are right. They're exactly the same. Just wrote different. So we got a new denominator, okay? Another rule, if your denominator changes, the numerator also changes. Everybody got that? So since both of my denominators change, that means it's 3 and that 5 is going to change also. So I got to figure out how it's going to change. So what you do is you're going to say, okay, 4 times what gave me 20? 4 times what was 20?
5.
So I got to multiply this. So I multiply that 4 by 5 to get 20, right? So if I multiply this by 5, I got to multiply this one also by what? What y'all think? 5. So what's 3 times 5?
15.
If I what I multiply this 5 by to get 20?
No, 2.
4.
5 times what give you 20?
4.
This, y'all see how timetable is so important to know? So if I multiply this by 4, I also got to multiply this one by what?
5 and 4.
4. So what's 2 times 4?
8.
Now, look at it. Are my denominators the same?
No. Yeah.
So I'm saying no, look at it. Yes. Both of your denominators are now what?
Same thing.
What are they though? 20. They 20, right? So once your denominators are the same, you can add. So what's 15 plus 8? 23 over what? Keep the denominators 20. Tell me what type of fraction that is, proper or improper, from looking at all times. What y'all think? How I know it's an improper fraction?
Because the numerator bigger than
The numerator bigger than the denominator, okay? This is bigger. So that let me know that it's a hole. It's a hole somewhere in here. It's one hole in here. We saw that on Monday and on Tuesday. That if it's bigger than that red or that blue tile, it's a hole somewhere in there. How many 20s can I get out of 23, somebody?
1.
Think about money. How many 20s can you get out of 23?
1.
1. If you get 1 20 out of 23, how much money? How much gonna be left with?
3.
3 over 20. That's your final answer. Okay, I'm gonna jump around a little bit because some of these I'm gonna have to. Well, I go ahead and do it. Let's look at number 2 because we got a lot of different kinds in here. So let's look at 2. That's too easy. Might have to do a couple of these examples. Okay, 1 and 9/5. I just said 1 plus 9/5 or 1 and 9/5. This is so easy. Anytime it's addition and you got a whole number and a fraction, just put it together. That's it. Anytime you got addition and you got a whole number and a fraction, just put it together. 1 and 9/5. That's what you do. But mixed numbers. Come on. What you about to say?
9 is bigger than 5 plus
9 is bigger than 5, so that means it's a what in here?
another one.
It's another hole in there, right?
So they're gonna be 2 of them.
All right. So how many 9s can you get out of? How many 5s can you get out of 9?
1.
1, right? So write that 1 over here plus. That's a 1, right? If you get 1 5 out of 9, how much you left with?
2.
Think about $9 now.
4.
4. Okay, think about $9, right? $9 is a 5 and 4 ones, right? That's how you can make $9, right? And 4/5. So now I gotta add these 2 wholes. So I got 2 and 4/5. That's my answer. And y'all, just write it. We're gonna keep working on it. So if you don't quite understand, just keep writing it. We're gonna work on it. Okay? Let's look at the next. Let's look at 3. So I got 13 over 7 plus 3 over 2. So I told you about 2 rules so far. I told you got a whole number and a fraction. It's addition. You just put them together, right? That's not the case. Neither one of them whole numbers, they both fractions. I told you if your bottom numbers are 1 number difference, you can multiply the bottom number to the denominator. That's not the case. So, we can't do none of them special little rules I just said. 1 says check see if the denominators are the same. They are not. 2 says if not, find the LCD. That's what we finna find. 3, do your multiples. Who knows what multiples are?
Multiplication.
Ain't never multiplication. So my bottom number, I gotta do my multiplication. Multiples are your answers to multiplication, okay? It's the answer. That's all it is. So what's 7 times 1, somebody? 7. What's 7 times 2? 14. What's 7 times 3? These are my multiples, and I'm my ellipses, meaning that they're going to keep going. I'm not going to write all my 7 times, I just want to write a few of them. Now I'm going to write my 2 timetables, okay? My 2 multiples. What's 2 times 1? What's 2 times 2? 2 times 3? Times 4? Times 5? Times 6? Times 7? Times 8? Keep going. Okay. Now, anybody have any idea what I'm gonna do with these multiples? No, I have no idea. Did y'all do fractions with unlike denominators last year, or y'all kind of got out of school before that started? Third grade. Not that much. Yeah, see, we'll do it a lot this year, so don't worry about it. Cause y'all got to know this real well before you leave 5th grade. Okay, now, all I'm doing with this, everybody, is I'm trying to see what number they got in common. That's it. Which one y'all see they got the same number? What number is the same in both of these multiples? Everybody need to be looking up here now. Okay, come on, all the way in the back, right here. Yeah. 14, that's my common denominator. That's it, 14. That's all you doing. You're just trying to find that number. So at the bottom, my new denominator is going to be 14. They're the same, but the new going to be 14. Okay? So, ask yourself this question. Did both of your denominators change? Yes or no?
Yes.
So if both of them change, that means what else going to change? Remember I told you, if your denominators change, the numerators change. So now I got to ask myself, okay, what did I do to get these new denominators? 7 times what gave me 14? Look at this. How many times I wrote it?
7
10
times.
plus
1, 2.
times
So I multiply this with my what? 2.
Nominate.
Same number. If you multiply this by 2, this is going to be multiplied by 2 also. 2 times what gave me 17? Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So multiply this 3 by what?
7.
And that's 21. This one 26. I'm just going to give y'all that part. So write all that down.
Now there's 2 mixed numbers in there.
I like that he's seeing that. He sees 2 mixed numbers in there. How do we know it's 2 mixed numbers in there? The numerator bigger, right? So I know it's a hole in here and a hole right here. So if I got a hole plus a hole, that's going to make how much? 2, right? Maybe even 3. But 2 we know for sure, right? I like that. So that let me know that helped you Monday and Tuesday because you're doing a lot of critical things that's good. That's what I need y'all to see from that. So if I add these together, what's 26 plus 21? There might be 3 of them in here, y'all. What's 26 plus 21?
47.
47 over 14. This is an improper fraction. All improper fractions turn into mixed numbers. All improper fractions. I want y'all to think real quick. How many 14s can we get out of 47? Think real quick. Think about how many 14s we can get out of 47. Look at that. Take it off. You think about how many 14s we can get. You think about how many 14s we can get out of 27. I know 14. What's the next number? What's 14 times 2? Count up 14 more. Tell what 14 times 2 is.
That's 28.
Count, okay. 14. 28. Count up 14 more and tell me how much that is.
30, 40. I mean,
Count it right. Somebody else need to be counting too.
42.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Everybody agree?
Yeah.
Now, that's if I count up one more, is that gonna be too big?
Yes.
So how many 14s I got so far up here? 1, 2,
Well, no.
3.
Oh, yeah.
I got 3 so far, don't I? So I stopped at 42. So what's 47 minus 42? How much I'm left with? 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 5. So 5 over 14. That's my answer. So even though my one person saw, he saw we had a hole and a hole too. But you can't tell that until you add it, because actually we had 3 holes in there somewhere. Because you got to look at that final answer. Let's look at one more. Now today I'm not going to make y'all do the work part. All that I'm going to make y'all do is I'm going to make y'all find the least common denominator and then stop. I don't want y'all to do no more than that. For now, you all going to have to finish it, but I'm just going to start y'all off light. Look at number 8. I get a light out, y'all. I got 5/4 plus 1/2. First rule, check to see if the denominators are the same. Are they the same?
No.
Now, I can look down here at these rules. That's not a one number difference. 4 minus 2 is 2. That's not. This rule can't apply. I can't just multiply these together like that. Some people, when they find doing phrase, they just want to multiply the bottom numbers together. The number is wrong. Because you're going to come up with this real big number, and if you don't know how to simplify and divide, that's not going to help you. So always try to find that LCD. Now, we got to find the LCD by doing the multiples, which ain't number timetables. What's 2 times 1?
8.
2 times 1. 2 times 2. 2 times 3. 2 times 4.
8.
I'm going to stop there. I'm going to write my ellipsis. Let me know it keeps going. I'm just not going to write it. 4 times 1. 4 times 2.
8.
And I'll draw my ellipsis because that let me know it keep going. My ellipsis mean that I know the next one going to be 12, 16, 20, so on. I'm just not writing them. Which number do you see both of them have in common first? Come on. 4. We do see both of them got 8, don't we? But the one they got in common first is 4. So that, look, L, least. The least, smallest number that they first got in common.
Because 8 is bigger than 4 and 6 is bigger than
When you worry about 6, 6 doesn't need no place. There's no 6 down here.
Yeah.
The only two numbers we're going to look at is 8 and 4, but 8 not going to work. Could I use 8 though? Yeah. We in the middle of the lesson. No. You can't use 8. Because that's bigger. Okay, now 4 is the least common denominator, so 4. Now, next question. If the denominator changes, the numerator changes. Look at this. Did it change? Did this change?
No.
So is this going to change? What do we know about 5 over 4 automatic before we start? What we know about 5 over 4?
5 is bigger than 4.
It's bigger than 4, so we know it's a what in him.
A mixed number.
It's a mixed number. It's a whole going to come out of him. Whether it's 1, 2, or 3, it's a whole going to come out of that one somewhere. So when I add them, it might be a whole coming out. We know we might have a mixed number answer. We might. When you subtract it, it's a little different. But when you add them, if you see a whole, you're going to probably have a whole number coming out, a mixed number answer. This one right here, did this change? Yeah. So I mean, what else got to change? The numerator. 2 times what give me 4? 2 times what?
2 times 2.
And y'all, you can count. How many numbers you wrote? 1, 2. So I got to multiply that 1 by 2. So that's 2. We saw when we did our times on Monday and Tuesday that 1/2 and 2/4 was the same, didn't we? We should have saw that. They were the same. It's just another way of writing it. So now if I add this, I got the same denominator. So you keep the denominator, add the numerators. Now, we already said we're going to have a mixed number. Because we saw in the beginning that this was an improper fraction, didn't we? Did we see that? How many 4s can I get out of 6? How many 4s? If I had $6, how many 4s can I get out of 6?
1.
1. What's gonna be left? What's gonna be left?
2.
2 what?
2 over 4.
Now somebody tell me this. Let me see who was thinking yesterday critically. What did I say the lowest term was when you see a number like 2 4s, 3 6, 5 10, 6 12? What was the lowest form it can go in? Come on, go ahead. 1/2. 2 4s is the same thing as 1/2. So anytime you see it's a half over here, change it to 1/2. It's the lowest form. Now some of y'all did good paying attention on Monday and Tuesday to that, cause especially you did real good, cause you noticed some stuff. Very good. Okay, so that's it. So virtual students, y'all work on this worksheet. My students in here can give y'all some instructions.